What's going on, folks? Hope you're having a good Friday. I hear myself. 1 sec. Forgot to turn something off. There we go. All right. Hope you're having a good Friday. We're back for more game dev. We're working on this celestial crash. Going to try to do some localization. Try to do it the right way because we were doing it the wrong way last time, and we're doing a bunch of extra work we didn't have to do. So we're going to probably clean a little bit of that up. We're going to start working down the path of doing the localization the right way. We probably won't get too far into it tonight because I don't want to really dive deep into it. It's still we still got to do a lot of cleanup in the game and getting text out and all that stuff. So there's a lot more to do, but we can at least get it started tonight. So let's go ahead and get in here. All right. Just go ahead and start her up. And it won't start up because we've got a bunch of mess we got to clean up. So let's go ahead and clean up our mess. Let's go ahead and get the old way we were doing it out of here. Did I actually start up the IDE? I don't think I did, so we don't have the code ready. 1 sec. Oh, there it is. Okay, I didn't think I started that up. So we can get rid of this. And we can actually also pull that out of the package. So yeah, stop. Oh. Okay. Anyway. Let's see. It's our issue down here. So what we will do is we don't need these functions anymore. We'll just go ahead and well, let's see here. Until we get to translate, until we pull this out, we won't have anything working until we transition to the actual setup for localizations. But we can go ahead and do that. Okay, we get rid of this. We don't need that anymore. This stuff will stay broken for the moment until we get the new setups in. Do I have all this text in here? This is just to hold it for right now. Yes, there. Very good. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and start our setup here, or start putting our setup together. I need to go look it up. Well, I'll still probably go look it up just to be sure. Oh, forgot to do something. Right, we got that up and running. Or installed. Right click on the text component and select the localization app. Project settings. Read that again, I guess. An asset. Create assets, edit, go to assets, edit, project. Is an asset. To create it, go to edit, project settings. Oh, got it. Right. Do I have to restart after I install it? Yeah, probably. Let's just go ahead and restart. Making sweet time. Excuse me, a little bit of dinner trying to come up. There it is. So you do have to restart. Okay. All right. Excuse me. I think I know what to do here, but I guess I'll go ahead and continue reading. Create your locales. It's a language or language and optional region to contain additional information such as currency, calendar. Huh. Okay, well, I'm actually learning things. Select checkbox for the next locale you want to add to generate accounts. Select save the asset to create an asset file for each locale you select. Choosing a default locale. Locale select to determine which locale location uses by default if it's not English. Or my eyes. Account IDs. Click on application, chooses account startup. When there's no account selected, it should also just set the project locale to the default locale. To do this, confirmation. Double click the locale to set as project locale. Sorry. There are many reasons you might need a locale as an asset. For example, you might want to say a different piece of a voiceover, audio or length or music, or change the texture that contains the written text. Uses asset tables to support it. First, create a set table to this. Localize a sprite. Huh. Okay, that's interesting. So you can change out flags and stuff. So that helps too if you need to do something about like changing out of music for an area. Oops, that made it the mic. What strings are one of the most common areas localized? Yeah, that's what we're doing. Okay, the string table. You can do dynamic text. That's interesting. So I had to take care of something real quick. All right, let's see what we can do here. Let's see what damage we can cause. That's funny. I didn't know because I snoozed ads last stream that it carries over. I can only do it 3 times. I wonder, what is that, a month? That was for Twitch, by the way. We're going to do our English first, and we want to do Chinese off the bat. Though I might be looking to do Spanish. I might just go ahead and... So I know a couple people who know Spanish. I don't know which one is which. I'm going to bet it's the first one, but I'm going to look it up. Oh, it says it's actually, so I'm wrong. It says it's either this one or this one. The correct code is using. Look at it real quick. What is the difference? Oh, CN is for mainland China. Then why do you pick Hans? Didn't really give me any information here. Okay. Well, nothing I'm reading is helping me figure that out. I'll just take his word for it now. That's the right one. I can go back and ask Spanish later if I really want to. Huh. So my I set up an alarm that should pop in chat when ads happen, but it didn't happen. I'm gonna check that real quick. Yeah, I thought it was supposed to trigger a minute before. That's so weird. What if it just doesn't work?
To find myself in a dream state. In a state where I was not myself. My skin was not my own.
All right.
My voice was, well, more or less the same as it is now. When you have a voice like this, it has the power to transcend dimensions.
Okay.
And I recall a vision from
Window assets management localization tables.
I was in the water, swimming, but I was not myself. I was something more, something sinister, something different. It wasn't until I looked into the mirror that I behold a sight of horror and terror and of surprise. I was a deep one. If I were a deep one, blah, 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 I would swim in the seven seas looking for some fun. If I were a deep
All right, here we go. When throwing a couple of those.
all the pretty boys and girls would try to find me, but they would not like what they would see. For I would crack and crush and bite and stare. And with the screams,
So I don't need to do numbers because that's localized. That's just part of the localization stuff.
so there. If I were a deep one, I would swim like a pretty fish.
Wait, let's pull this over like this.
Powerful gills, trying to find a dish. If I were a deep one. Crazy people would come to me to ask me for what I know, and I would tell them that Cthulhu wants your soul, and that they should live in fear.
Oops, that's not right.
For when Dagon arises from the ocean, they will know that I shall soon be here. If I were a deep one, I would rip everyone on your ass with my sharp teeth. If I were a deep one.
So really, the The objective today is just to get the game running again.
I don't care if you are fat or slim or skinny or tall. One bite should be enough for you all. Oh, Kafur, if you would make me into a fish, it would be my most powerful wish.
We have the translation there, so we can actually do a little bit of testing. Gameron, what's up, man? Are you primarily a YouTube streamer or are you using Restream? I am multi-streaming on Twitch and YouTube using a plugin in OBS, so I don't use Restream. What's up, man? Tell me about yourself. Are you a game dev? I'm also a game dev. I found you on Blue Sky. I use Restream. Ah, okay. Nice, nice. So you do Twitch and YouTube, or do you do another combination? Tell me about your game dev. Are you on itch? You working on anything? You're the first person who's ever found me on Blue Sky, to be quite honest with you. But I actually have like checked out other streamers from on social media. Twitch, YouTube. Okay, primary Twitch just released the online fantasy soccer brawler demo. Okay. Huh. What's the name of it? You won't be able to post any links, but unless you like DM me on or whisper me on Twitch. But what's the name of it, by the way? Field of Heroes. That on itch? Oh, it's on Steam. Nice. Okay. Oh, this looks neat. I don't know. Got to do something here. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Come on, get off of there. Oh, let me turn the music off. Turn the music off. Oh, right there. All right. You know, it reminds me of mutant football from when I was a kid. Mutant League football. Nice, man. Very cool. I heard Mutant League, Blood Bowl, Mario Strikers, and others. Yeah, yeah. I've not played. I played Mutant League when I was a kid. Blood Bowl, I don't remember hearing about, and of course, there's Mario Strikers. But I've not been really. I've never been a soccer guy. Well, cool. When is what's your dates for like a full release? Doing localizations, I haven't started those. Unreal Engine is okay tooling for it. Yeah, and this the funny thing is, I didn't know that you could come in here and do this because I had manually done this last couple streams, and then finally a friend of the stream, Searching Interactive, came in and told me, "Why are you doing it the hard way?" Then I had to look at, oh yeah, this has a whole setup in here for actually doing your localization. So now we're actually doing it the right way. Making early access in August for release before end of the year because I absolutely don't want to drag on. I hear you on that. This is supposed to be released earlier this year. A demo for this is supposed to be released earlier this year, but it never came to it. I wasn't able to get it done. Too much other stuff going on. You solo dev or you work? Well, solo dev. But I mean, you can be working with someone and be a solo dev, but like, are you working on, did you do all that by yourself? Are you with a team or? We released 2 years ago. Yeah, that's kind of the way it goes. Solo dev, but I commissioned other studio to do their artwork in many of the sounds. Gotcha. Yeah, with this game, UI, I will probably get some sound work done. Well, I am going to get some sound work done for it. And I will probably get like a legit like translation for like the for the Steam page, for the game and the Steam page. Right now, I'm just kind of getting it set up. I actually have to look into someone to actually do the translations. My other game, I've actually been having I've had work done for its models and animations. Well, artwork, model, and animations. Yeah, Inferno Arena was the main game I was working on. Then I kind of sidetracked to this one because I wanted to try just getting the game out. Plus, this game is actually 10 years old, and I wanted to see if I could bring it back in Unity, and I challenged myself to do it in the least number of streams, and I was able to recreate the game from XNA to Unity in like five streams. Let's actually give that. Main menu. Pause. Text. I challenged myself to make a online multiplayer game version of Sunset Riders. All right. With MS Paint art in 48 hours years ago and pulled it off. I've been a game of nice, man, nice. You only had 2 hours, but the fact that you in 48 hours made a multiplayer game sounds crazy cool. So, your current game, what multiplayer technology are you using, by the way? Online multiplayer is never easy, but each time, with each game you make less mistakes. Yeah, that was the other game as well. Unreal networking on Steam sockets. Okay, so Unreal already had it set up. Excuse me. So Unreal already had it set up for integrated Steam multiplayer. Because that's what I've been working on, like off stream for Infernal Arena, is its multiplayer. And I've got it where I've connected it to Steam, but it took me like a month or so of just messing around with stuff. And I still don't have it fully working, but it's like it's got the I'm round tripping messages. Yes, it's not simple or straightforward. Yeah, I kind of figured that too. But like with the setup I've got going with Steam now, I can send messages through the back end to my server and back. So I've got that going, but I've got some like bugs in there I got to work out. Even if you do get network connection working, there's still seamless travel and many other nuances. Yeah, I mean, I'm also software engineer, so I'm familiar with the networking stuff itself. I need this whole thing here. What's even harder than networking is marketing. I've been trying to figure that one out. I even tried to find some help for it, and the help didn't really help me. But there's eventually I have to get back into like looking at that. I've stopped right now. It's because I just don't have time to really get into it. Oh, finally the Twitch alert for ads finally worked. Or my setup for alerting on Twitch ads finally worked. Yeah, I hired help last year. They were ineffective, but as the dev, you have to make all the media content anyway. Yeah, I know. So I'm not looking forward to it because I actually know someone who worked in marketing, and they were supposed to be putting together a marketing packet, and every time I talk to them, they're like, I almost got it done. And like, I never see it. So I don't know what's going on with them. I don't know if they're just taking their time, or they just being just BSing me? So I think it might be the latter. And I don't understand why. Just say you don't want to do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm not saying here, I'm saying like I'm saying like if I was talking to that person, I'm like, you know, if you didn't want to do it, just say you didn't want to do it. Or you're just busy. Like, don't say like you almost got it worked out and like months later I'm still sitting around. Just anyway. Well, I'm not sitting around, but you know, still waiting on it. Marketers, no devs are desperate. The market is saturated. True, very true. Don't I already have? Or do I have destroyers? Did I want to do that there? I want to put that over there. Here we go. Oh, I actually have never told. I haven't even told you about my game here. So this game is called Celestial Crash. It's a arcade puzzle game where you create, chain together, and destroy planets to get like multipliers and achieve objectives to win levels. So it could be like get 10,000 points in 1 second, or sorry, 1 minute, that type of thing. Yeah, I call myself trying to make a small game, and like I thought when somebody asked me like, how long did it take you to make this game? And I only work on it on stream mostly, and so I was like, oh, that's only been like 2 years. I went back and looked at the first stream. The first stream was 2024. I was like, I've been working on this game on and off for like 4 years. Yeah, I showed it to you, but right now it's broken, so I kind of pull some of this stuff out. Some of this old, my first attempt at the localization stuff. I need to pull that code out as breaking stuff. I worked on my game for 4 years and got the idea 10 years ago. The longest project was 9 years, and I shelved it because it was out of control. Yeah, actually, well, I already said, like, I made this game originally 10 years ago, Celestial Crash. And I made it in XNA. And then Microsoft, like, you know, got rid of XNA, so I was done with it. And I probably took a couple years in making it, but it was nothing like this game current. Well, I won't say it was nothing like it. It was, this idea is more, has been more evolved, I guess, since that original idea. Or then someone essentially stole the idea. So I go to a local game dev meetup, and like years before, back before COVID, I had shown no, sorry, let me back up. Years before COVID, I went to the meeting, and there was this guy, like, he was showing off this game, and the game looked familiar, and he looked familiar, and I was like, where have I seen this guy before, and why does this look like my game? And then, like, after the meeting, I like, you know, left, and then it dawned on me, I worked with that guy like years ago, and I showed him my game. So he had gone off and essentially made his own version of my game. Now, at first I was mad, but then I was like, like, at the time I wasn't even caring about the game anymore. Like, I hadn't even started, you know, me remaking the game didn't happen till years later. But I was like, this guy stole the game from me and didn't even remember he worked with me. Stole my game idea and didn't even remember he worked with me. His version was different, though. His version had some other stuff going on in it. Hit the exit. Looks like hit exit. Yeah, that's right. Okay. And if you're interested, there are commands over there if you want to, like, just mess around with stuff. There you go. Yeah, I know, and I just keep adding to them, and there's some up there that are, I have actually more that I have not even implemented yet, because I had a whole set that let you control my avatar, but it was messing with my computer, so I had to eventually will bring that back once I move the avatar stuff over to its own computer.
Damien is now rocking
okay,
Mr. Bigman.
Thank you for the follow. Let's see. How much more we got here? Was that it? I feel like that was it. Okay. All right. That was 50. Huh. And that's not all of them. That's just stuff that was in the code. I still got to pull stuff out of the game and stick them in here as well. But I don't know if I'm doing that tonight. Also, does this save? Let's go ahead and export that. Okay, how are we looking here? All right. Now let's jump over to our code and actually implement this and see if we can fix some things. By the way, I stream, I play an idle MMO called Microscrape. Huh. It's actually bringing a few viewers here and there because the game you get playtime by watching and streaming Twitch. Okay, I've never heard of that. It's not my game, by the way. Another streamer told me about it 2 weeks ago. Huh. Okay. I'll come check you out, man. How long you been streaming? Over a year, your affiliate, but I don't expect any partner. Oh, I'm not trying to make partner either. I wasn't really trying to make affiliate, but like one of my friends, one of the friends of the stream, the streamer kept rating me, but I appreciate it. I just like to stream game dev. Most streams I follow are game dev. Yeah, same here. Same here. Let's see. So let's read up how we actually implement this. Okay. Oops. Spectre. Hmm. See, how's he doing it? But it looks like you can put in different things per locale. But I need to access it through the code. Okay, each change the text to appropriate translation for that locale. You may need to change the font. You change the specific to the active locale only. Oh, okay. Here it is, right? Table, add an entry, enable smart option to mark an entry as a smart string. Reflecting string reflection goes and print from the following script. Smart. New entry. Smart option to mark an entry as a smart string. The example uses a smart string reflection. Global variables are plural features. That's not what I need. I don't really care about that. I need to actually grab those values from use table. Okay. Go to UI text. Right click on the text component. This option as a localized string component automatically configures it to the game object it's attached to. If the component contains a string value that is also in the then you assigns this during setup. If it does not, you can assign the value. Okay. That's the table metadata. String default table reference. I think that there. Translation found. Huh. Okay. Let me read that again because I'm still not understanding it. That's if you want to add it to the object. I don't want to add to the object. I want to access it through the script. Local variables. I'm gonna look it up. Hmm. Access localization table. Localization string encode. Okay. Oh, okay. So I have to pull in the whole table in the code. All right. All right. Let's Oh, you're gonna lurk? You stream Monday nights at 7 Central. If you want to stop by. All right, man. Thanks for the lurking. I appreciate it. I'll check you out. Let's hit the beach. Huh. I thought I had. I have to bring in the localization package. Huh. Wonder if I have to restart, pull it in. Yeah, might as well restart it. That's quick. Let's see. Nope, still no localization. If I gotta go edit the project settings files. Gonna put these in here, and after we'll stop and find out why we can't bring them in. And this is because we're adding async operations because you have to actually wait for it to pull the resource, and you don't want to hold up your machine. Let's find out why we can't bring that in. Now, I've already done it where I've gone to Windows. Windows. Package Manager. Right, I've already got the localization stuff in here. We've already installed it. That did not help me at all. Probably have to go into the project settings. Going to the off screen here. I know I've done this before. I've found the project settings folder, gone in there and updated it to look for a local package that it hadn't pulled in. If I can't figure this out in a little bit, I might just have to call it and do this offline. Off stream, really. But I want to sit here and keep trying to edit the file. It also doesn't feel like I've only been on the air for like an hour and a half. Feels like it's been longer. Project settings. Is this it? Yes, it. Look it up real quick. Also, wondering if it's my night to take the dog out. Might take a break in a second to do that. Edit preferences to external tools. Whoops. Edit preferences. Am I just blind? Some preferences, unless the AI is lying to me. Unless this AI search is lying to me. Oh. External tools. Look, I've seen external tools before. Now, right there. So it's wrong. It's in tools. So the AI lied. Doing some more here. Choose your version. Shouldn't keep reading if it's already giving me bad information, but I might as well keep going here. Create? No, we already did that. Choose the version. No, that's not what I want. That's okay. We'll putz around this for a little bit, but I'm not gonna sit here and do this on stream and have to figure out how to pull this into pull this into VS Code. We'll just have a short stream today. So I don't know if you can tell, for some reason I'm not feeling well. Got like a stopped up nose. Through the managed trends. Okay, well, I've read that. Probably also why I'm not not at a peak capacity tonight. I'm just figuring stuff out. My brain just wants to be mush right now. I might just go ahead and write out this code and then figure it out later. We'll just spend the rest of the next 30 minutes just writing this code out. And then we'll figure out why I can't pull the localization into Unity or into VS Code. Well, do I have to pull in resource management into Unity itself? You're not there. No. Got this smart format. Okay. Just thought I'd check that out. Anyway, all right, we'll go ahead and just write this code. And then if it hits 2 hours and we still can't figure out anything, we'll call it. Have a very short stream. I'm sitting here blowing my nose. Sorry to sniffle into the mic there. So I'm guessing we can kind of switch over to our coding. I'm guessing in the function, the action that's called when it's retrieved the language database, the locale database. There you have to enter in all your text values. So anyway, so what I'm seeing is every time you have to ask for the key, you have to wait to get it. So yeah, okay, you create your own event function for the update. That seems weird though. Wouldn't all these that you put in here trigger every single time? You'd have to remove the old event then. How do you remove an anonymous event? Let's see. This is a C# question. You cannot directly remove an anonymous event handler like a lambda since it is subscribed using because of a lack of reference. Okay. So you have to store it in a variable first, then you can negative it out, I guess. Yeah, okay. So it can't be the anonymous function. It has to be a function call. So we have to figure out how to make that a function call then. Unity does not make this easy. Seems like they always just forget the scripting part of this stuff. And like they do all the easy stuff. They make it easy for it to be done in the inspector. I don't know. I'll make it another 20 minutes. Just to be quite honest with you. We'll try here. Okay. Wonder if I can make an instance of a function that has the key in it for the return, for the call and then return. Or, well, no. I mean, each function could negative itself out, but because it's async, you don't know if yours is going to be the one that it's called, unless you put some way to track it. But then we're getting kind of complicated there. Huh. Hmm. Because okay, the sender. Okay, bring this up here. So here it's using an anonymous function. Passing in the handle. That's just the status of the function. Status information. I wonder if it passes in the key. That will be the thing. If it passes in the key, you want to give me like what's in the object that's returned there? Unity in your docs? Resolved key. Returns a key name. So, and I'm guessing this is what's returned. Okay, provides with table reference, translated string that matches entry reference. Allows for referencing a table via key or key I. Where is the value then? It's confusing me, man. Maybe my brain power ain't up to snuff tonight. Turns async operation handle. The handle is whatever gets returned. It's just an async return pointer. Is done. For it to call back operation until finished. What are the arguments? I mean, what are the... That's on addressable, so this kind of flag. So I just have to, when it's working, I just have to look. I just have to look at the return object, debug the return object, and see what comes back with it. If it comes back with the key, then I can just do something. Simple, like just put a list of keys and the value in a queue or something, or a queue dictionary, whatever. And yeah. All right. This is nothing here is helping me. Hmm. Now I see something flying around in here. This just ain't my night. I forgot you're on the other screen. You can't even see my full screen. I could just get localized string, but I wonder if that would actually hinder processes. Would it block? Maybe something faster. I need a defibrillator for my brain. What to do, what to do. Something stupid here. That's all you have, just to remove it. Okay. All right. I got nothing else. Right now, we're just gonna call it for the night. Because ads about to come up anyway. Thank you, Gameon, for hanging out with me for a little bit. It was a really slow night. I will probably be back on Monday. Until then, y'all. I'm trying to even remember what I say when I close out my outro. Y'all stay safe out there. Make great games, and or make anything creative. Do some creative stuff. And I'll see you next time.